Model answers for Speaking Test 5. Cambridge English Pet, Collins. Part 1.
Good afternoon. Can I have your mark sheets, please? I'm Louise Rees, and this is Patrick Lovell. What's your name?
My name's Esther Boydachenko.
Where do you live?
I live near Moscow, in Russia.
And what's your name, Candidate B?
My name's Matthias Busing.
Where do you come from, Candidate B?
I come from Munich, in Germany.
Candidate B, do you work or are you a student?
I work.
What do you do, Candidate B?
I'm a journalist. I work on a news website.
And Candidate A, do you work or are you a student?
I'm a student.
What do you study?
I'm studying physics at university. I started my course last year.
Thank you. Candidate A, what kind of films do you like to watch?
I enjoy lots of different films. Sometimes I like to see a thriller and another time a comedy. I don't really like romantic films, though.
Candidate B, what about you?
I like action films and thrillers, that kind of thing. I also enjoy any films that are about historical events.
Candidate A, do you prefer watching films at home or at the cinema?
I prefer going to the cinema. It's much better to see films on a big screen, and the sound effects are much clearer in a cinema.
Candidate B, how often do you see your friends?
I don't see my friends every day because I don't have time, but I sometimes meet up with some of my old friends from university at the weekend.
Thank you.
Part 2.
Now I'd like each of you to talk on your own about something. I'm going to give each of you a photograph, and I'd like you to talk about it. Candidate A, here is your photograph. It shows people doing some exercise outside. Please tell us what you can see in the photograph. Candidate B, you just listen.
This photo was taken outside in a park. There are 5 people all looking at the camera while they do their exercises. They're standing on the grass near a tree. I think this looks like a park in a city. There are 2 women and 3 men. They look like they are wearing a kind of uniform. They all have dark tracksuit trousers on and a top. They are all quite old, and the exercise they are doing is quite easy. They are lifting their right arms over their heads. It's a nice sunny day, and they all seem to be enjoying themselves.
Thank you. Candidate B, here is your photograph. It shows 3 people in a kitchen. Please tell us what you can see in the photograph. Candidate A, you just listen.
There are 3 girls in this photo. They're about 20 years old. They're sitting at a table having something to eat. Perhaps it's the kitchen where one of them lives. I can't see what everything is on the table, but there is a large pizza box with some pizza in it. There's a bowl of salad as well, and it looks like some fried chicken. The girls are wearing tops, which are different colours. 2 of them are wearing a shirt with a t-shirt underneath it. They're all laughing, and they are having a great time. Perhaps one of them is telling the others a funny story.
Thank you.
Part 3.
Now, in this part of the test, you're going to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. I'm going to describe a situation to you. A family are thinking of buying a pet for their young son. They want to get something that the boy can help take care of. Here are some pets they could get. Talk together about the different pets they could get for their son and say which one would be best. All right? Now talk together.
Shall I start?
Yes, okay.
Well, we don't know how old the boy is, but if he is very young, they need something that is okay with little children. Do you think the snake is a good idea?
No, I wouldn't buy him a snake. And I'm not sure the mouse is a good idea. A mouse is very small, and a young child might hurt it by mistake. What do you think?
I agree. A fish like this one would be easy to keep, wouldn't it? You only need to feed it occasionally and change the water sometimes. The boy could do that, couldn't he?
That's true. He might like a dog or a cat, but they need a lot of attention. You need to be in the house with them as much as possible. What about the rabbit?
I think that would be better than the fish. You can hold the rabbit, and it's not as small as the mouse. I don't think the child would hurt it. Do you agree?
Yes, I think the rabbit would be a good pet. I like that idea better than a bird. Shall we choose the rabbit then?
Yes, let's say the rabbit.
Thank you.
Part 4.
Do you have a pet, Candidate A?
Yes, we have a cat. She's called Penny. She's quite old now and spends most of the day sleeping.
And what about you, Candidate B?
No, I don't. There is a cat that comes to our house every day for food. I think it belongs to someone along the road.
Candidate B, which do you think is the best pet?
I think I'd like a cat. My friend's cat always waits at the window for the family to come home, and it always goes to the door to say hello.
And how about you, Candidate A?
Well, apart from our cat, I think a rabbit would be good. Some rabbits are really pretty, and they're quite easy to take care of, I think.
Candidate B, is it important for a child to have a pet?
I don't know if it's important, but I think a pet can be fun to have when you're young. It's also good for children to have contact with animals and learn how to be responsible for them.
And what about you, Candidate A?
Yes, I agree. I think we have to be responsible when we have a pet. We have to remember to feed it, to make sure it's healthy. A child can learn from this.
Thank you. That is the end of the test.